Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mountain Lake Journal. I'm Tom Halleck. This week, Governor Hochul and legislative leaders strike a tentative deal on a new state budget.
Well, let's get started, everyone.
The governor announced the agreement on the fiscal 2026 budget that's a month overdue at the state capitol on Monday. In total, the budget comes in at $254 billion. However, the governor says that could change depending on what happens in Washington in the coming weeks and months. Hochul and legislative leaders say the state may have to react to deep cuts from the federal government.
Donald Trump and congressional Republicans are threatening to slash federal dollars. That is vital to New York. We've already been hit with over $1.3 billion in cuts. This may just be the tip of the iceberg. And the scale of these potential cuts is simply too massive for any one state to absorb. The reality is, we can only devise a budget based on the information we have at this time. There's a possibility that we'll have to come back later this year and update our budget in response to federal actions.
You know, one of my concerns certainly as we make this year's budget is, future cuts that could be coming from the federal government. As many people know, or maybe they don't know, we get $90 billion of funding through the federal government that runs through the state from the federal government every year. So that's a large number, and we've already experienced some cuts. So my biggest concern down the road here is what comes out in the next couple of months, because we know how that can affect our budget.
Hochul listed what she says are the highlights of the budget: a middle-class tax cut and inflation refund checks to more than 8 million New Yorkers, up to $200 for individuals and $400 for families. The budget triples the size of the child tax credit, up to $1,000 per child, $110 million for new child care facilities and to renovate existing ones, $400 million for child care vouchers. It invests $340 million to pay for universal free school breakfast and lunch for all K-12 students. A bell-to-bell ban of cell phones in schools beginning this fall. A record $37 billion in funding for schools. Free community college for adults 25 to 55 who want to build careers in high-demand fields such as healthcare, education, or manufacturing. And $8 million to increase safety along the Canadian border. Hochul says the tentative budget will help make life more affordable for millions of New Yorkers.
While Washington remains mired in division and dysfunction, we're still showing that government can work for the people. We can solve problems. We can still move forward. Why? Because we're New Yorkers. We don't back down from challenges. We overcome them. We don't give in to cynicism. We embrace optimism. And we don't settle for the status quo. We strive for far better.
And for the North Country, while it appears ORTA may receive millions of dollars to continue upgrades to the Olympic facilities in Lake Placid, the final budget may also include language that will allow the governor to close up to 5 more state prisons, which is a concern for many in the North Country. Again, lawmakers have been scouring over the budget bills. A final vote isn't expected now until sometime next week. You can watch the governor's full announcement on the budget deal on our website and YouTube channel.